So today I'm going to be showcasing the INT Zamasu on a Potara team, and I definitely feel like this unit has a lot of untapped potential, and today I am going to be running a particular team that will hopefully allow him to live up to what I believe is a lot of potential yet again. But to go over what he does, he gives an 80% stat increase to extreme types with his leader skill. Unfortunately, he does not provide any key. Supreme damage, recover 7% of your health with every single super attack, reduces damage received by 40%, and now this is where things get a little bit more interesting, and it's one of the more unique passive skills in the game right now. So the more health you have, the greater the boost, and it comes to his attack and defense. So basically what this means is that the more health you have, the higher the attack and defense, obviously, and it caps at 60% attack and defense. So because of the team that we are going to be running him on, which of course is the Potara team, we should be able to maintain that somewhat easily. And the reason why is because this team has a lot of health for one. It doesn't necessarily get that much in terms of defensive increases, but I'm going to try my very best to maintain his passive at the very top at all times. Basically, he also has a 12 multiplier of 145%. He is going to be sharing the Godly Power link as well as the Fierce Battle link and Fear and Faith link with Zamasu, and I have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta in the team as well for that Prodigy's link. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day as always, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. And this is just the basic lineup that I'm going to be running, but yeah, I'm curious to see how well he does perform. I ended up opening his bottom right path, so I'm curious to see how well he does at 69% in the potential system. He has a relatively high crit level, so if he does manage to pull a crit off, that's going to be even better for this particular team. And I don't have the greatest rotations right off the bat, because I mean, I have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and the Zamasu together, like right at the start, which is great. But the issue is the Zamasu's in that third slot, so it's gonna be a while before I get the guys that I want together. But still, I will be able to get them together eventually. And of course, we do have a type advantage on this particular stage, so we should be able to see how, well, basically how hard Zamasu can hit against this particular stage. And one thing that I do want to try is not Zamasu, but the Zamasu just against the Omega Shenron with a type disadvantage. I think that's going to be a cool test for him. But do I want to do this? I think it'd be easier if I just stick with this particular rotation, and then, you know, get his master to come back around with these two. I did not super attack here, but now here's the question: like, how much health determines how much attack and defense I'm getting? Because the card is decent, I will definitely admit that. When it comes to Super Battle Road, he is definitely going to be a solid unit because of that damage reduction. The fact that he gets a defensive increase as well. He also heals up, which is just perfect for that extreme N-type team. But the question is, like, how do I know how much off he's getting? Did it just say 40% there? No, that's the damage reduction. Okay, let's just keep these Zamasu here regardless. So we are activating Fierce Battle at the moment. You're getting a 25% attack increase from the Goku here. Let's grab this as well then. Right, Zamasu. No, I keep calling him Zamasu. Zamasu, let's see what you can do. So tanking is fine. 642,000, and that's with the boost from Goku, but I don't think that he's at his best here. Yeah, we are almost at like half of our health. There is no way that is anywhere near his best. And we still aren't activating Prodigies and Godly Powers, so there's a lot more potential there. We are missing out on, like, what, a 25% attack increase, so there's still a bit to go. And if you want to take into account as well, we have Power Bestowed by God, but Power Bestowed by God just isn't that great, and I just realized I messed up. I didn't end up putting there's a Zamasu in the last slot. You know what? It is what it is. It's fine. Let's keep him our rotation for one more turn, and then I'll get him in rotation with Zamasu and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta to try to activate those particular links. I'm going to be keeping him paired up with Zamasu though, for the most part, just because he does activate the majority of his links with him. I mean, Godly Power provides more of an increase than Prodigy, so that's just the best thing to do. But still, both units provide a nice boost to the regular Zamasu here. And then Gohan just trying to do what he can. Alright, now we put the regular Zamasu in the last slot so that he does end up coming back around with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and the Zamasu. And here we go. Okay. Now moving on to the next stage where we actually do have a type advantage. And the Merger Master, or these regular Zamasu I should say. Again, I will definitely get those confused quite frequently, but let's start things off with the Vegeta here. It doesn't necessarily matter if I pick up the key or not. But yeah, we're very close to what I want, pretty much. Pardon me. As soon as we get that rotation, then we can see how good this Zamasu actually is. Okay, Vegeta's, yeah, oh boy. I'm just gonna take the super attack to the face. I was expecting more from Vegeta there, especially with a type advantage, but there we go, Merge Masu. My Merge Masu has like no potential system buffs, but I kind of wish he did, something a little different with the super attack animation. Because he didn't do that in the anime. We know that he did not do that in the anime. They could have made that look so much cooler. But I will say that I'm a big fan of his Unawakened super attack. That should have been it. Like, why did you not make the Unawakened super attack double fusion? What the hell? This is the first time I've seen this. No, actually, that's a lie. I think I've seen Gogeta and Super Vegeta fuse at the exact same time, but never a double Vegeta fusion. I've never seen that before. So I think it's safe to say that he is pretty much done here. So might as well go all the way and just take him out. Yeah, there's no way he's going to survive this, especially if I manage to pull off a crit. Vegeta is just so good. He is so damn good. To be honest, I feel like the reason why they released Vegeta is because they wanted to help out the players that didn't necessarily, or even Gogeta as well, just the players that don't necessarily have the greatest boxes, because like when it goes off, and it is going to go off quite consistently, if you don't have that many great units, it's like, well, now you're in a position where you can utilize this mechanic. But if you are a player that has great units already, it's not going to go off for you that frequently, if you get where I'm coming from. So just to reiterate, we are at max health, which is great, which means that Zamasu is getting the full 60% attack and defensive increase. He's getting Golly Power, which is a 10% attack link, or 15. Golly Power is 15%, pardon me. Prodigies is 10%. Fierce Battle as well, which is another 15%. So I'm expecting good things here. I'm definitely expecting good things here. This is basically Zamasu at his best. He isn't going to be performing that well on any other team, but 788,000. So it did go up by quite a bit. I do want to still try him out with a support unit in play, possibly the Gohan. So, no, the Gohan isn't going to work. Yeah, the thing about... such a shame that I don't have the Namek Saga Vegeta, because now Vegeta provides a 40% attack and defensive increase to extreme intelligence types, and of course the Gohan only does it for the super types, which is a bit of a shame. But to be honest, Zamasu is solid on his team as well. Very similar to the Vegeta. The only... when I say very similar to the Vegeta, of course I mean in terms of how hard they are hitting. But he is very solid for the most part. I definitely have to say that he is one of the units that surprised me. I feel like he's kind of overlooked just because he's not Rose. Let's be real, he isn't Goku Black. But even then, it's like, in comparison to those cards, it's kind of underwhelming. The Rage Trunks, I feel, definitely is coming into the limelight a bit more, especially because of Super Battle Road. But the Trunks is very good. But the issue with the Trunks is that he gets stronger as your health goes down. Whereas there's a Zamasu, you always have to be like max health for him to be at his peak. But the reason why I didn't move on to this particular stage instead of just running back the, Gogeta stage is because I want to see how well the damage reduction works with the defensive increase that he gets, and obviously just him being at his best and such. I just want to see how well we can tank these particular hits with a tight disadvantage. Haven't seen him pull off a crit just yet, but hopefully we'll manage to get that somewhat soon. And again, I will try to get I think the best possible way to try out the Zamasu without the Gohan, the boost that the Gohan provides, is by putting the Super Saiyan Goku in there, which I am planning on doing. And it's very likely that we are going to get a Dokkan mode next turn. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get a few super attacks off. Well, at least one super attack off with the Vegeta here. And then hopefully this is going to be enough to take him out. If not, maybe Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta will take care of things. But there we go. Managed to pull off the crit, which means that we are going to get a Dokkan mode with Zamasu. And again, this is him at his best. We have the majority of his major attack links active. And we are also getting an attack increase from the Goku. So let's put him here. Dokkan mode is going to be activated. And this is him at his best apart from the Prodigy's link being active. Keep that in mind. The only difference between before and now is the fact that we are getting a 25% attack increase from the Goku instead of activating that Prodigy's link. But look at him. The Zamasu at 69% in the potential system. He has a 40% damage reduction, 60% defensive increase, and keep in mind he is getting an additional 25% defensive increase from the Goku. He just tanked a super attack with double-digit damage, attack stat over 846,000. So I think we can say that his attack stat would have been that high without a Dokkan mode regardless. Again, didn't pull off the crit, we did get the additional super attack, but I really want to see how well he can tank with that type disadvantage. That is the biggest thing that I want to see. And considering that Zamasu only gets, pardon me, a 60% attack increase, like max, he is almost on par with Merge Zamasu, which is very good considering how Merge Zamasu has a much higher attack increase from his own passive. But then again, I believe Merge Zamasu only has a 12 key of 140%, so there are certain things that come into it, and of course the INT Zamasu does have way more potential system buffs, but even so, that's very impressive considering that the Merge Zamasu, I'm getting so confused. Considering that the INT Zamasu gets half of the attack increase that Merge Zamasu does. And again, one thing that I haven't even brought up that much is the fact that we are healing 7% of our health with every single super attack, but no type advantage here, unfortunately. And I'm not gonna see. Now this is a shame. Now this is a big shame. I should have brought Senzu Beans. Well, I do want to see how he tanks against this particular stage anyway, so let's go forward with the super attacks. I'm actually hoping he does super attack me because I want to see how well DBZ Zamasu can tank at his best here. 47,000, okay. And we aren't getting any defensive increases from, any units here, so it makes sense. But I still want to try him out against the physical Omega Shenron, because that tight disadvantage is going to be the real test though. That was him at his best. He does have the Cold Judgment link, which he shares within Whis, and what Cold Judgment does is it provides a 20% defensive increase, which makes it a very interesting link. But the issue is, it's not going to be activated that frequently. Maybe on a Godly Power team, because, Godly Power may or may not include a Whis, depends on whether or not you do want to run support units, of course. And again, the Whis does have that Godly Power link as well, which is a link that you may want to consider running. But on this particular team, despite the Vegito providing a increase to N-type units, I just don't think it's worth running the Whis. It would have been interesting though, because there aren't that many links that provide a defensive increase. So Cold Judgment is definitely 1 in a million. Okay, maybe not 1 in a million, but you see where I'm coming from. It's a very rare link. It's not exactly a link that you come across that frequently. And of all things, it provides a defensive increase. So, maybe in the future that is a partnership that I'm going to consider running. But a 20% defensive increase could definitely make a massive difference when it comes to how well the Zamasu could tank. But I think this is pretty much it here. And there we go, 1.3 mil. And now we have a tight disadvantage, but I do want to get Merge Zamasu in rotation with the Zamasu again. So I'm going to go with this. Unless the LR manages to pull off a crit. And he's not going to hit that hard here. But let's just ensure that the Zamasu is going to super attack next turn, which he should. Hopefully, anyway. But I don't know if this Vegito has that many potential system buffs. Well, either way, it's going to hit for a decent amount. 357,000. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the tight disadvantage definitely makes it tough against this particular event. But at least we have Merge Zamasu, right? At least we have the Merge Zamasu. With no potential system buffs, but that's not the point. And now we have the INT Zamasu, and of course, he locks it in place. Oh, this event sucks. This event actually sucks. Well, might as well give me that increase. I mean, INT Zamasu is still going to take the hits at the end. I mean, as long as he can, tank the normal attacks, I don't think it's that much of an issue, because the majority of the attacks in a rotation are just going to be normal attacks, right? But then again, we do have the debuff from Vegeta here, so it's not exactly going to be the most accurate thing. Man, this actually sucks. This sucks so much. What the hell? Damn it. I really wanted to try him out with a tight disadvantage. But the locking in place just kind of ruins it. Well, here we go. Double digits. And to be fair, the way that this particular passive works is entirely based on how high your health is at the start of the turn. So I did get a health increase after the turn started. So he wasn't getting the full attack and defensive increase, but he was still able to tank the normal attack for double digit damage. So when it comes to normal attacks, he was basically able to tank everything for double digit damage. Again, he has several potential system buffs. He is on a Potara team which provides a 260% total defensive increase. So he is going to be able to tank most hits. And again, the fact that he has a 40% damage reduction helps as well. And I am most likely going to die here because I almost took 200,000 damage from a super attack. Let's see. Okay, I did end up dying. But the point is, the Zamasu performs very well on this team. He isn't going to hit in the millions, but what he provides defensively and even offensively is very good. He's activating a lot of the major links for the units that are going to stand out, like Merging Master and such. But I wouldn't necessarily say that the more health you have, the more remaining, the greater the boost thing is that bad of a mechanic, because it's not, especially on his team. And if you play things right, it's going to be something that is easy to maintain. He has a lot of the major links for this team, like Godly Power. I say Godly Power, but Godly Power is going to be more on the realm of God's team. If you have certain rotations with Merging Master, that is going to be a very solid partnership for this particular Zamasu. But overall, I'm impressed. Like I said, he does have the bottom right path open, but I don't think the millions is entirely out of his reach. I think if you got him to 100%, it's definitely possible. But I tried him out at his peak, activating pretty much every single one of his attack links, and he was somewhat close to a million. It's a shame that he doesn't get more of an increase, but it is what it is. He's still very solid overall. He can tank, he can hit pretty hard as well. Didn't pull off a crit, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Just to quickly go over the potential system buffs, of course. He has level 9 crit, which is an 18% chance to get the crit. Didn't put it off, unfortunately, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys subscribed if you are new and you enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next one.